It's the Titans and the Broncos on EA Sports.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his fourth season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. A first down carry for Henry. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Tannehill. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tannehill. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Tannehill. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he loses the football a second time. Room here to run. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, Titans. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Broncos at 500 now, 4-4 in the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play.
And he's going to go down again. Harold Landry. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. So on 4th down, the Broncos send Corliss Waitman out to punt. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So third and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Looking to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Back to throw, Tannehill. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. Tannehill. Touchdown! Austin Hooper. His first touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. For the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now the are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football, where we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Straight ahead running, here's McFarland. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw caught here by Dulcich. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now Mayfield. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 15.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Inside handoff, and oh my goodness, he loses it again. It's picked up by the Broncos, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Man, that's a 3rd fumble for him now in this ball game, and you know the old saying, CD, once is a fluke, twice a coincidence, 3 times becoming a pattern.
3 times is a problem in this case because we've seen field goal kickers have days like this, quarterbacks occasionally, but how rare is it for us to see a running back lose it 3 times trying to carry it?
Give him 32 on the play.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Anthony McFarland with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone.
And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Henry up the middle. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Tannehill on 1st down. They set up the screen for Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tannehill on 3rd down. He completes it to Henry. Oh, he pulls over him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
Tannehill throwing again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Traylon Burks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans would extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Traylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. Throwing, Mayfield. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Mayfield to throw it. Throw left side complete to Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Mayfield now. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Mayfield on first down. This one caught by Isabella. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Denver.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we have reached halftime here, and what's an 8-point halftime over? No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. On the handoff, it's McFarland. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll run with McFarland. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Up the middle, it's Williams. And some room to work. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, McFarland. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, and making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. McFarland once more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Mayfield. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 27, Mayfield. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now receiver in motion left. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
McManus's point after is good, and this is now a 1-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Here's Tannehill. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. They were scared to let it fly Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Hamler now on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Mayfield. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. The kick by McManus is good, and they have regained the lead. So it's his third field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Now Tannehill. He's going to air one out, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Tannehill. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now in Nashville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
first down. They'll start with McFarland. They find some open field here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see a surprise on the face there. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag in the backfield. This might be a roughing call. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to McFarland, and a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Short yardage, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill.
And the Titans have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards.
And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He'll check this down to McFarland.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Mayfield on play action. A quick throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back.
And he will have a Broncos first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Mayfield. Time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it will bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Henry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Tannehill. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And returning it, here's Hamler. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Here's Baker. Able to find. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last op.